Welcome back to day 6 of Flossmas. My name is Geraldine. This is a channel about cross-stitch knitting and crafty things. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Hello. And if you're coming back, thanks for coming back and spending some time with me again today. I had a really good day yesterday stitching. I was able to complete my Imagine Landscapes Gnome Made Gifts knit along. That is going through the month of December. I got that clue done for yesterday, and then I was also able to work and complete my Evertote holiday countdown. So it's Evertote, Leo and Roxy, or Roxy Floss Co. Modern Folk Embroidery collaboration, cross stitch countdown pattern. And then I also had time to work on another stitchy project, which I'll show you in a bit. So yeah, it was a good day. I did decide to do a quick overhead film of me opening my holiday countdown day 6 this morning before I went to work, because I wanted to open it before I saw any spoilers on Instagram, and it's a good thing I did. I did see some spoilers by about 9 or 9:30 this morning. Some people were posting their day 6 color. So I think that might be the format that I'm going to have to use moving forward, at least on the days that I work. I just have a tripod with like a phone clamp that isn't very sophisticated or meant to be like turned down. So I worked on that today. Tomorrow, so for Wednesday, I should have a better clamp that I can use for overhead filming. And also, I think it will allow me the opportunity to do some stitch with me. So look forward to that. So without further ado, I'm going to insert the video of the holiday countdown unboxing for day 6.
All right, here it is, day 6. Oh, look at this color. This is like a dark brown, and it is called Bell Snickle. I'll have to look that one up too. Gorgeous. So here it is, along with the colors from our previous days. All right, let me flip the pattern over real quick, and then I am off to work. Oh, there is quite a bit of accents here. So back up to the triangles again. Some of this goes in between here. Nothing in here yet. There are X's and brown in between these triangles, and then thinner X's here through this band as well. So it looks like pretty simple stitching today, because I've got a lot of reference points, knock on wood. I thought that yesterday, and I did a little bit of frogging, but here's where I am. Loving it. So excited. Okay, so off to my job so that I can support my family and, most importantly, my cross-stitch habit. I will see you when I get back home for a quick little update. Talk to you later.
All right, we are back. My puppy, her name is Millie. She is a party Yorkie. She came to say hi. So I just got home from work. She's been in her kennel all day. You probably heard her in my intro making a ruckus downstairs. She's definitely ready to play. So we're gonna wrap this up pretty quick so she can get some attention from me. But Millie, can you say hi? All right, so she's almost 9 months old. And it's been a long time. It's been 15 years since we've had a puppy. It's kind of like having a baby. Like, you kind of forget the pain of it, but she's a pleasure to have around. She's just, when you go from a senior dog to a puppy, it's just a very different experience. So it's taken some getting used to. I realized after I shot this morning my unboxing that I had my gnome pieces and parts laying on the table, and I forgot to say something about them. So of course my scarf was there. You've seen this before if you've been following along with me, I still need to block the fringe so that it's not so cray-cray. So I will do that when I do some more blocking. And then my hat from a few days ago, this was the one that I finished late Sunday night. So you saw this yesterday. So that is blocked and ready to go. And then the day 5 clue was this little messenger bag. So I chose not to do their strings and stuff still because I chose not to sew the straps on until I have a better idea of how long they need to be. It also still needs to be blocked so that this flap stays down. Should have been all of this dark green color. I started with the wrong color green right off the bat, which is fine. I might leave it like this. I might reknit it. This box was pretty, as worried as I was, this little cube was pretty simple to make. And I can show you. So we really just knit. We started around here and we knit in the round, and then we slip stitched every other row in the at the edges, or kind of towards the middle, and then at the end to make the shorter, the narrow ends of the bag so that it's more of a box shape. And then we 3 needle bound off from the inside, the bottom of the bag, which we had done last year, I think, at one point for a piece. I've done that with Sarah's patterns before. It's just been a little while. And it's not hard. It's like a really easy way to bind off. So yeah, as I was knitting this yesterday, I was thinking about what I might want to put in there. Sarah's directions on her accompanying video talked about putting, tacking 2 pieces of contrasting yarn here, maybe putting a button and then leaving it like non-functional. I like the idea of blocking it so that it lays flat, hopefully, and then putting some things inside. So I initially thought maybe of trying to like shrink down some ornament felt patterns and then felt like little miniature like present shapes. That seems like a lot of work. It would be fun, but I don't know. I think so Nova has had some, is the name of the gnome, and she's had some reference to a star, which makes sense, right? Like a supernova. So I was thinking about, I ordered a button. Hopefully it's not too small to be used as a clasp for the bag. And then when I was looking at just another button company, buttons from 123 Stitch, I found some present buttons, so I'm hoping I can just put the present buttons in here because I think based on the story that might be what Nova carries in her bag. So yeah, that went better than I thought. I know I was worried a little bit yesterday. Today's clue for Imagine Landscapes was a non-knitting clue. It was actually a treat. And so Sarah sent us this PDF of gift tags. So there is a color and a black and white color in version, so that depending on your printer and what your access to printing is, you can choose which ones to print. I meant to print it on cardstock, and then I sent it, wirelessly to my printer. I didn't have cardstock in there. So, but those are really fun and cute. Yeah, so I also took a second to look up the 2 Leo and Roxy card names that are new. So yesterday's color, just to jog your memory, was Polish Chanel's. Let me see if I can get that to focus. And that, from what I can tell, is like the French word for the clowns that are in the Nutcracker. So at one point there's little like children clowns that dance. Those are the Polish Chanels. And they wear, depending on the production, they wear a costume like, if you think of like vintage 1800s clowns, they have like this kind of light blue and like a dusty light pink, like different colored pants that they wear. Or those are like the main colors of their outfits. So that is what I could figure out about the origin of that name, which is really fun. Like I like learning new things through this experience too. And then Belsnickel was the one that we opened today, and it's this like blackish, ooh, that is not coming up good. Well, it's not coming up well. This is showing green, and it's not green. It is like a blackish brown color. It's a really rich chocolatey with a slight variegation of brown. Anyways, this is named after the, I had it on my phone and then I had to switch to filming on my phone. Is named after the German, it's fur Nicholas. So it's like the German Saint Nicholas that comes throughout December, and he wears fur and he carries birch sticks, and he asks the children, he's a little bit gruff and a little crotchety, but he asks the children if they've been naughty or nice. And so I guess there's like, it's from certain areas of Germany, and then it's still celebrated, or he's still like a figure in Pennsylvania Dutch culture and also Brazilian German culture. So yeah, that's Belsnickel. I think he is most famously portrayed by Dwight from The Office. And I will work on looking for that YouTube video of that clip when I can tonight. So I'm excited to get going with day 2 stitching. I did promise you that I would show you the other project that I worked on tonight. I have that I worked on last night. I'm going to show it to you tonight now, and then quickly talk about plans and go from there. So I worked on my tree topper by Satsuma Street, and I will try to look for and insert a picture if I can of where I'm at with this pattern, or where I was before I stitched last night. So again, this is the first time that I've been able to stitch on anything but my 2 knit along stitch along projects, and I actually made some pretty good progress. So I was able to get his nose in. All of this, it's hard to see because it's really close to the paper color, but the peach for his face, except for his eyes, and then the bird, the rest of the bird up here, the light pink, and then the darker red for the birds. And then all of this light green accent on his hat is filled in now. And then the rest of those spaces left in his hat will be gold beads for like the tree trim. And then he'll have some more beads to complete that star at the top of his hat or the tree. So really it's just filling in his beard. He has beads that like form like his mouth right here. And so I'm trying to figure out a way that I can like stitch those in without stitching, like fully stitching like the whole rows across, so that I can stitch that in, leave a stitch on the other side of that like line of stitching where the beads go. And then I can like stitch around the rest of his beard and then fill in, if that makes sense. So just trying to think through, without messing up, how I can kind of make it a little bit easier so that I don't have to reference the pattern and do a lot of counting. It's one of the things that I enjoy about cross stitching is like kind of playing the game of how can I be more, like, which is so silly, but like, because it's a craft that I enjoy, but like, how can I be more efficient or do this in like a very like unofficial quality improvement kind of way. And I guess that's just how my brain works. So, yeah, I don't know. So I might want to pick this back up again tonight, depending on how my holiday countdown stitching goes, because I don't have any knitting. I do have an educational event that I can do remotely related to my job. So whether or not I can stitch during that, I'm hoping that I can. And I don't know, because I also have a couple other projects that I want to touch again. So I'm still working on my Modern Folk Embroidery SAL 2022 SAL. I'm not going to unpack the whole thing for you to see, but I will. Oof, the strings everywhere. I will show you quick kind of where I'm working. So I am still working on, get that. So this is the middle, like this is the edges back here, and then this is the middle going this way. Still working on October, but I'm getting pretty close with October. I haven't touched this since December started, so I really probably should put a few stitches in that. It's a nice easy stitch. I don't need to wear any magnification. I mostly use readers for magnification to be able to stitch this one, but it's not Christmassy. And I'm really enjoying the Christmas, so either the Satsuma I think is probably where I'm going to go, or if I can pick the right bag here quick. Haha. So I made my own little cabochon. Are they still called that if they're round? So if you can guess what tree that is from, I just took like a copy of the pattern and punched the circle for it. One of my circle punches fits those perfect, and then I just glue it in there. I don't know if you've seen this before. This is Christmas Garden by Blackbird. And I got this, I think was originally sold as an individual chart. It is currently in the Home for the Holidays book, which is great. I bought it because of 'Tis the Season, right there. And I was like, I want that pattern. I don't care about any of the other ones. And then I saw Caroline's on her wall earlier this fall, stitched up, and I fell in love with Christmas Garden. And then someone else was stitching something else from that book. I think it was like another mini sampler or something. I was like, I need to stitch that. And then the stockings are super cute. I don't know if I'm like ready for stockings yet, but moral of the story is that Home for the Holidays book is definitely some good bang for your buck. These are the colors that I chose. It's a simple pattern in that it's only calls for 4 colors. So I chose a much richer palette for mine. These are all Leo and Roxy flosses. This is a Nerdy Needle Design Frogwarts ticket that I got from year 3 in the year 3 Frogwarts box from Black Needle Society. In case you don't know, I am a very big fan of Harry Potter, though I am not a fan of the author and her view of certain things, but I do love the series and the meaning behind that and all those things. So anyways, this is where I am at on Christmas Garden. So I got a fair start, and then I haven't touched it since probably, I think, before I started my birthday starts. So I really want to get back to this. I love the pattern. I really enjoy it. So I might grab that tonight when and if making big plans. I don't know, but the stitching does seem manageable for that. So Christmas Garden is Mulberry is the red. Put my card back out here. So Mulberry, and then the gold is Brazen. Brazen, I believe, is a one-of-a-kind, or I don't know if it's a one-of-a-kind, but it I got it in a floss, monthly floss pack. I'm not sure which month. And then Algae is a one-of-a-kind. I think the last time I looked, there was still some algae in the shop. It's like AL and then capital G dot, like it's Al-G, but it looks like algae. Hannah's super awesome at naming floss colors. So that's the green, and you might still be able to get your hands on some of that, and then chocolate ganache for the brown. And then I am stitching it on 40 Count Eureka by Fox and Rabbit. And I was just looking quick to see my little floss tags say what month the brazen was in. No, I don't have the month that brazen was in, and I usually write them down, so it makes me wonder if I got it in a floss pack, or I mean like in the monthly floss pack, or if I got it in like earlier this fall. There was a special at Evertote, and if you spent a certain amount of money, you got a free 25-gram floss pack. It might have been in there, but I swear it was in a monthly pack. I might have just stolen it right away. So those are my two big Christmas stitches that are calling to me, except also there is this one that I could also pull out and work on. And this is Prairie Schooler's Christmas Eve. So I've got some of the houses done, working across all the houses, and there's snow with like words underneath of it. I'm trying out this new method. I've been meaning to cut one for the for my holiday countdown, but it's a wooden dowel that I got at Hobby Lobby. You can also get them at hardware stores, and then I just cut it to the approximate length of my linen, and that I feel like helps me kind of roll and gives me something a little bit more substantial to grab onto while I'm knitting in hand. And rolling it keeps me from touching the front of my stitching as much with my hand grease oils. So yeah, I'm liking that. The only thing is it does still get a little bit loose because the dowel isn't attached to the fabric. So I'm trying to decide if I want to like glue a piece of fabric and stitch it on to kind of help keep it tight like you would a scroll frame. Still chewing on that. I will keep you posted. So those are my 3 holiday project potentials. I'm just gonna kind of see where the whim takes me. Yeah, so that is my plan. Holiday countdown first. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go. I was like, this is gonna be a quick one. Then I got chatty about all my holiday projects. So have a great December 6th, and I will see you back tomorrow. Bye.